She's been in some massive blockbusters and is currently filming the new Mission Impossible with Tom Cruise. But Vanessa Kirby is slowing things down for a role and performance that could win her Oscar Gold. BEONDTV correspondent Rachel Smith talked to Kirby and her movie mom about Pieces of a Woman and why this film is so important.
This is a whole new journey and new characters.
The last time I had the pleasure of speaking with you was at the Paris premiere of Mission Impossible, which was so fantastic, by the way. My first time to that city.
I know, right? I remember like it was always the hottest day. Do you remember? It was boiling. And sometimes when you think about those things now, you go, oh my God, whoa, the world when we could all be together and be in close proximity, and oh, I'm longing for it.
And, you know, people do know you from some of these, you know, big movies, you know, whether it's the Mission films or Hobbs and Shaw or your high profile role in, you know, The Crown.
Is it really true he has 2 wives?
I hope so. Better if he has 3.
But what was it about Pieces of a Woman that you want to take on this smaller film, but undoubtedly had to be so difficult and challenging in many ways?
60 to 70% of these cases, we rarely find a satisfactory explanation.
There is something between us.
There's certain things medically we just don't have answers for.
To dream.
Very sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
Well, mostly when I first read it, it was because I realized that there hadn't ever been a film really touching on baby loss. And, you know, the more that I started learning about it, the more common I ever realized it was. And that felt so important because, you know, I think it seems to be that at the moment there's Chrissy Teigen speaking up about it and Meghan Markle having written that beautiful article about sharing her own pain, hoping that it might help others who are going through it. And I really hope the film adds to that in a way that it's something that we've so rarely seen on screen. We never hardly ever see birth on screen, especially, you know, unbroken like that. And yet we see so many deaths on screen. And so for those reasons, it felt like really important and still does to me. It's always been the main focus, really, is most of all about the women that I spoke to that shared their stories with me so bravely.
And honestly, because of your incredible performance, it's getting so much praise and so much, you know, award show, you know, buzz. That means more people will see a film like this, which has got to be so rewarding.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope my biggest hope for it has always been that it reaches the people it needs to, and it might be like a figurative holding of a hand, you know, someone that's been through it that has never been able to speak. I hope maybe it will mean someone will turn to someone else and go, have you been through this? And maybe they haven't shared it before, and you know, it begins conversation, because I think in sharing our pain and uniting in it, you know, it helps you feel less alone. And the movie is about one person's really lonely journey through it.
Have you decided to go to the trial? It's the right thing to do, honey.
Because you say it is.
She has to pay for her incompetence. We need some justice here.
No, you need.
You guys really had a unique bonding process for mother and daughter. Did you really have slumber parties?
One, I invited her to be my guest and spend the night, and she did. And, you know, we talked and got to know each other, and I made dinner for her in a nice motherly fashion. And in the morning I made her breakfast, and we got to know each other and to bond. And she's such a delightful person. I just love her.
Being maternal and feeling that way, I'm sure as a previous Oscar winner yourself, you've got to feel so much pride about all the buzz she's getting for an Oscar nomination possibly for this performance.
Oh, I do. And I think she deserves it. I mean, I think that birth scene is one of the great scenes ever done on film. The way it's shot, the way she fulfills it, the relationship with she and Shia, the whole thing is just a perfect piece of filmmaking.
Who cares about what they think? This is about me. This is about my life. This is me.
Between